Hey guys, Civilord here, back again with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Masters of the Universe Origins Turtles of Greyskull. Shredder! Yorokusaki himself, that sneaky motherfucker. This course brought to us by the fine folks over at Mattel, as well as my good buddy Evil Villain, who was nice enough to hook me up with this guy right here. So I will leave a link in the description below to his Instagram. Head on over there, give him a follow, let him know the Lord sent you. But as always, you know the drill by now. Do I gotta say it? Don't be a POS, or I'll kick the S out of your ass. There you go. That said, before I say anything else that's utterly ridiculous and really, really fucking stupid, why don't we cut right to the chase and get into meat and taters of this review. Take a look-see at all Yorokusaki has to offer in terms of accessories, starting off with this goddamn horde crossbow. I fucking hate these things. They suck. Why don't these have handles? Seriously? Clips and handles make the world go around. If these had the clip and a handle, these things would not like the freaking Masterverse versions just have the clips. I hate these things. You press this and it does that. My dick does better than that when I'm alone. So, yeah, unimpressive to say the very least. He does also come with this cool kind of battle axe thing. It kind of looks like a halberd. But it's got kind of a thick handle part here and a wider or a thinner handle part here. And of course, since he's doing that stupid ass thumbs up pose, he'll probably drop this a million times before I have an aneurysm. So that's cool. And last but not least, he does come with a mini comic with a pamphlet in case you are a dunce and don't know your ass from a hole in the ground. And then there's cross-sell in the back. Ooh, look, more toys. I reviewed, well, actually I filmed all these but the Ram Man. I actually got him sitting off camera here, so we'll get to him probably tomorrow if this goes up when it's supposed to. So taking a closer look at Yorokusaki. Or is he a Krang? Nobody knows. I will say, the crest on mine kind of chewed up a little bit. I was able to file that a little bit. I might try again just to get that last little bit off, but it doesn't seem to be damaging the surrounding plastic, so yeah, I guess it's worth a shot, right? But big fucking seam line right on the top of his helmet. That's kind of lame. I mean, I get why, but couldn't have been like on the back or something. I don't know. I mean, when they make the molds, they should probably take into account that, maybe we shouldn't have some shit right on top of the fucking head. Either way, I think my Leonardo's got a little bit of a nick like that, so it's whatever. One thing, and I didn't do this for final thought, so I guess try to ignore it, but the shin guards, I don't know if they're put on backwards or what, but I flipped them around just now before I started recording this part of the video. Yeah, I know it's stupid. I record final thoughts before I record the initial part of the video. Fucking sue me. It's my channel. I do what I want. But I flipped these around because they were like on the inside of his leg. That's pretty useless. Like, you could get your leg sliced off because you're wearing your armor on the inside of your calf like a dumbass. So I flipped them around. They don't do that now. I will say the little foot piece is kind of raised a bit and tilted a little bit, but these fit better this way, and quite frankly, it looks better with these kind of angled out a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it that way. A, this is my toy and I do what I want. B, this is my party and I'll cry if I want to. And C, it looks better. Look at that. Actually, it looks like he's wearing shin guards and not doing the pee-pee dance. So as far as articulation goes on this guy, his head can look up and down. It feels like the head sits way the fuck too high to me. I feel like it should be a lot closer to the body. He's wearing a big bulky helmet. He shouldn't have any, like, he shouldn't be able to do that. That or he's missing a segment of his helmet, and that's why he can do that, but it's like, it just feels like it's too high. Which is not something I usually criticize Mattel about, like the mouse jaw we looked at a couple days ago, or even the Turtle Brothers. They don't have super lick it like a lollipop syndrome. So I don't know why this guy does, but he can look up like the Dickens. You can look down. He can tilt. He can rotate. So that's fine, I guess. Shoulders will go out to the side as much as this soft pauldron piece will allow. And surprisingly, they actually shoved him all the way up his arms like I tend to do anyways. So that's nice. Less work for me. Yay! His arms can rotate. He's got a swivel in the elbow with a hinge. His gauntlets are actually pretty secure on there. I will say, to Mattel's credit, if you use the gauntlet to help hold the crossbow on, it tends to stay on. That said, he does have a, again, hinge swivel elbow. He's got a hinge swivel wrist. That works fine. And one thing, this is kind of weird, he kind of reminds me of the Michael Bay Shredder, where he's got the bare arms with the full armor on the outside. That's exactly how that one was. I know everyone poo-poos on that, but, you know, what was coming out for Turtles at that time? I think the 012 show was on its way out. Honestly, I do not remember, as I have a flashback to better times, but, you know, is what it is. He's got a waist twist, nice and tight on him. Some of these can be a little loose. His hips will kick forward and back. They will kick out, back down. He's got a knee swivel. Single joint at the knee. No ratchets on this guy, but they're not loose, so it's whatever. It's not like the Man-at-Arms either. That Man-at-Arms was shit. He does have a boot swivel. And he's got the Hordak boots, but unlike Hordak, his aren't loose as shit. So that's a plus. He does have a hinge in the ankle, however, with a rocker joint. And that's your lot. And he's got the big old turn your head and cough hand on the left side there. And he's got a plastic cape, which I don't know why we get plastic capes with everything but the wrestler figures. That's kind of stupid. That doesn't make any sense. I would like that nice black fabric cape, especially since this guy is almost put together as much as the Skull King, King of Kings, bow down to the King Triple H was. It's like literally the same, but oh no, we cannot do the soft goods. I guess Vince McMahon paid Mattel a little extra for those soft goods and whatnot. And he's also known for doing other things behind closed doors, but that's besides the point. And not something that will be discussed further, at least not on this channel. So, with that being said, before I dig myself a deeper hole than I already have, I tend to be doing that a lot lately, especially with these Turtles of Greyskull videos, why don't we move right along and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here is the Shredder, alongside a couple of the Turtle Brothers from this Turtles of Greyskull Masters of the Universe Origins, whatever you want to call it, line. If you ask me, it's a clusterfuck, but that's besides the point. We got Raphael, my favorite of the Turtle Brothers, and Leonardo, who is notorious for chopping off Shredder's head and revealing that he's a robot. So before that happens, let me get these two out of here. So violent. And we can bring in our two regulars, the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibulas. Right. Yeah. And the infamous 11 Spawn, who, as usual, towers over everyone because he is not a 5.5-inch figure like good old Shredder here. So, with that being said, it is time now that we move right along and wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and aside from the fact that he comes with the goddamn Horde crossbow, fucking hate those things, I have to say that the Shredder is probably one of my favorite additions to the Turtles of Greyskull line brought to us by the fine folks over at Mattel. And while I think he would have benefited from a soft goods cape, I mean, seriously, the wrestling figures get soft goods capes, but the Masters of the Universe Origins figures don't, and the Turtles of Greyskull figures don't. That's some bullshit. Like, what the fuck? That aside, I think the cape he does have is quite nice, and to Mattel's credit, whenever they do give us plastic capes, they at least sit right. Looking at you, Marvel Legends. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.